Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial on the Lewis method. So I did make a video on it a while back, but I never really finished. I hadn't made a tutorial where I'd fully developed the method at all. The most recent video has been an example solve so far about it. So here is the fully updated, and I believe it's been almost completely developed Lewis method. So let's go. And this also I use as my main method, and I've gotten sub 1 with it. Sub 1 singles, about 4 or 5. And I average under sub 10 with it. Sub 110. So, yeah. So first you solve left center and right center. So I always do blue on right, blue on left, and green on right. So the blue centers go right here. That was really slow. I don't care. Okay. So then there's that. Blue on left, green on right. At least for me, it's a lot easier for me that way. And then you solve sort of a first block. Like if you see, I just got first square right there. There's first block. And then you solve a second block right here. So then okay, that was pretty inefficient. So then you solve CMLO, which means you're pretty much at this stage on 3x3. On 3x3, you would just do something like last 6 edges here, like so. On 4x4, you have more than half the cube to solve though, to solve left. So there's a few more ways of doing it. So there's step 1, first block. Step 1, opposite centers. Step 2, first block. Step 3, second block. Step 4, CML, and then step 5, it's called step 5 because it's literally this. Some people like Teotis or Flirped or whatever you want to call it last 28 pieces. I guess that kind of makes sense, but step 5 is a little bit easier just to understand. So first thing you want to do is step 5A is to solve this center, and this piece. I call it the B block, is step 5A. So then usually I will solve it in the order of bottom center, back center, insert edge, but it can be also pretty nice if you get the edge within like one move of being solved, just to go and solve this bottom center, then the edge, and then solve this using by like if you have it right here and you want to go and put pieces from here to here, doing something like that to go and flip the piece over here. But anyway, so then I do both of those, but I really only do the second way. It was the way that I used to do all the time, but I changed up how I did it since then, and so I usually do the second way more. So now I've got back center, and now so now you want to go and do something like this. If it's usually in the back like this, I'll do a commutator, but right now, just going to prove my concept, I'm going to go do something like this. So you want to go and do something like you would in Hoya almost, because it is kind of like Hoya, to go and insert the back edge. And while you're doing that, you can look ahead into the step 5B. Step 5B is last 2 centers. So you have these last 2 centers right here, and you end up getting really nice cases fairly often. So like this one right here is only that. So that's step 5B. And now step 5C is called L5E, or last 5 edges. So you want to solve it all using commutators, and sometimes you'll end up with the last 2 edges algorithm, which you can find on the description. I'll probably post them in the description, but I printed them out right here because it's from Kenneth's Big Cubes method page. So step 5C is, the way that I do it so far is 4 look, pretty much 4, a little bit more than 4, because you can do 4 3 cycles, then a parity. So you want to do something like sided 3 blind. So you want to solve these, like sided 3 blind with twin buffers, because you have both of these you can do. So solve these, keep putting these where they go until they're solved, and then solve the top. But first, usually I look for paired edges. Like I see this piece goes here. If I remember correctly, the ELL to solve that is that. So there's solve the paired edges. So now this piece right here goes to here. This piece right here goes to here. This one will probably be nicer to solve. Or I don't have any nice cases this time, so I'm just gonna do one of them. That's look 1. Let's count looks this time. So now, here we go. So you want to try to solve 2 at a time. So this one goes to here, and that one goes to there, flipped. So that solves that one. Okay, and now I've got this one's paired, so I probably could do that, but in this case, I'm probably just gonna do that to solve those 2 at the same time. And now I've got the last 2 edges case, which this one is just, if you know how to do Yao edge pairing, where you do this algorithm, and then you undo it, you undo the slice, but then you undo the edge pairing algorithm again. So that's the edge pairing algorithm for if you have something like this. When you have 2 opposite edges, when you have edges like this in Yao, and you want to go and pair them, usually this one's flipped when you're doing it because of how you do it. You want these 2 to be opposite each other. So whenever you have last 2 edges in Yao, you usually will do this. That. But there can be a few other last 2 edges cases. There's about this many if you don't count like double parities, which don't happen very often because of the way that it works. So that is the Lewis method. Thank you for watching.